Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Happy Show. My name is Happy, H.A.P.I. That's Heavenly Anointed Presence Innately. That's in me and that's in all of you. To make sure that we're all on the same accord and the same vibration, for 3 count to 3, and it's 3 times we want to inhale God and exhale love. That's your God, your creator, or whatever makes you positive. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. How do you feel? Fantastic, huh? Hey, welcome to the Happy Show. We have 2 extremely special, important guests. Yes. And before I introduce to you to who they are and what they do, I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. And give us a call at 415-573-5549. That's 415-573-5549. And I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. How's that? Well, first of all, as in ladies first, I'm going to introduce you to the Queen of Queens. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen. To the Happy Show. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm happy to be here.
And happy to have you. I'm going to reach my hand out to you. Thank you so very much. Can you tell the audience who you are and what you do?
I'm Torrie Nunnally. I'm a retired Army officer. I'm a retired educator. I have a show, one-woman show that I do for self-esteem building. It's called The Power of My Natural-Born Nappy Hair.
Wow, that sounds like a mouthful. And you know, who's this here handsome young man here? And you are?
My name is Jalil Nunnally.
Ooh, fantastic. Nunnally, it's a relation, isn't there?
Yes, we're cousins.
Cousin, fantastic. Jalil, what do you do, Jalil?
I am an educator, a builder, and a healer.
Ooh, man, important, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 very special guests who do very special things. And she's going to give you an example of what she does. From what I understand, you have a play that's coming on. Can you explain to the play that's happening?
Right. My play is about African textured hair. I wrote this play. It's my chapter of growing up in the deep South in the 40s and the 50s, dealing with my hair that I thought was just fine, but folks around me said it was bad. I spent most of my childhood trying to figure out why my hair was supposed to be bad. And this play is therapy. This play is for the young people. It's self-esteem building. As an educator, I saw a lot of reason to have this play out and about. So it's been out for about 12 or 15 years.
So where is it opening up? Is it premiering somewhere soon? That we can
It's coming again on May the 19th in Oakland, California. It's going to be at Brooklyn AME Church on 73rd Avenue in Oakland. May the 17th. Excuse me, May the 19th.
May the 19th. Well, you know, maybe it's going to be the 17th too. You know, supply and demand, and things come out in the universe. God works in mysterious ways.
Absolutely, I know about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who came in a little late, we have very, very special guests, and you came in right on time because you're going to see a fantastic presentation of nappy hair and what it really means to you, especially if you think your hair is nappy. But it's not there. So sit back and relax and enjoy yourself because we have a special presentation of this wonderful play. Now, before we start with the special surprise, we're going to talk to Jalil, right?
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
Excellent, brother. How are you?
I'm super fine and going to get better. Just hope I left room for improvement. So tell me, what is your new project you're working on?
Well, my newest project right now is helping to build sustainable communities. I started with a community in Atlanta and also one in Alabama, in Tuskegee specifically. And I'm presently here in the beautiful state of California.
Fantastic.
And I'm working with my cousin. She has a beautiful ranch, Six Rivers Ranch.
I'm so glad you're on this show because we're going to take advantage of all this and make it all right for everybody.
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. You ride horses as well?
Not yet.
I understand.
Yes,
Oh, my God. Well, you know, I'll teach you how to ride a horse.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I watch TV a lot of times.
Okay.
It worked one time, too. But of course, the horse found out I didn't know what he was doing, and he threw me there. But you can start off the same way I started off. But we're going to end up riding a horse before it's over with. Hey, tell me, how does that empower people to introduce them to this nature, I would say? Because most people out there have nature deficit. So by introducing them to this, tell me how it helps people pretty much.
Well, being introduced to nature has many benefits. Nature is the highest form of the expression of the divine. It has its own intelligence. It has healing powers. It has a transmutation power, a power to calm and balance so that we can feel connected to everything and be our highest and best self. I love nature. And nature loves you. And nature loves all of us. And we are nature.
And makes us love everyone else, too. Hey, that makes me happy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Happy Show. We're talking about making you happy. You want to make someone else happy, see how good you feel and how happy you feel. That's the best way to be happy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax. We have this special presentation from the queen of all queens here. And she's going to give you the presentation of Nappy Hair. Take it away.
I like to begin my show by saying, mostly I'm known as Torrie. But I grew up as a nappy-headed girl called Tara. I've been thinking for some time now that the African-American woman's hair story needs to be told. My chapter of the story began when I was growing up in the deep South in the 40s and the 50s. I was the apple of my parents' eye. My grandparents and just about everybody else in the family thought I was special, except for one thing, my hair. Mama used to say, come on back here off that front porch now, Tara, till I have time to do something to your hair. And when Grandmama stopped by before Mama had time to do something to my hair, she'd look at me and say something like this, Child, what happened to your head? Then she'd look at Mama and she'd say, Ethel Lee, you want me to do something to Tara's head? And Mama would say, yes, ma'am, Miss Emma, and that'll give me a chance to give Willie his bath and get him dressed. Willie was my baby brother, and he was more than a full-time job for my mother. When Grandmama would go for the comb and the brush, I'd go for the door. But she always caught up to me. She'd say, come on back here now, Tara, and let Grandmama comb your hair. And like the nice little respectable girl I was growing up to be, I went on back. I sat on down, and I got ready for my torture session. When she would start to comb, I'd start to squirm and pull away. And she'd say, sit up straight now, Tara. And I would. And a few minutes later, when the tears would start to run down my cheeks, she'd look down at me and say, now, Grandmama ain't hurting you, is she? And I'd look up at her and lie and say, no, ma'am. Some may disagree, but this comb and this brush were not designed to be used on African textured hair. So you can imagine my surprise when I learned that an African American woman invented the hairbrush. The one thing for sure I can say about that sister is that she did not have African textured hair. When Grandmama would finish combing my hair, sometimes she'd ask Mama if I could come with her to her cafe, help her do some work, and play a while with my cousin Jean. I loved going to Grandmama's cafe. She let me do so many things. Sometimes She let me help her set the table and serve the men who lived in her boarding house. And I loved playing with Cousin Jean, too. She lived at Grandmama's house. Jean was a real fair-skinned girl with long, straight hair. What some people call, but I disagree, good hair. I have African textured hair. What some people call, but I disagree, bad hair. When Jean and I played, most of the time we got along just fine. But every now and then we'd get into a little fight. And when we did, I grabbed her hair. I had a secret desire to pull it all out. Everybody was always oohing and eyeing over Jean's good hair. I wondered what they were going to say when she had no hair. Sorry, Jean.
Very, very, very good. Wow, that was fantastic. Tell us, that's only a little summation of course.
Absolutely. This play is 1 hour and 15 minutes. It was an hour and a half until a lady who specializes in one-woman shows asked me how long my play was.
Yes.
I told her an hour and a half.
Yes.
And she said, maybe that's a little. And then I said, well, I went to Ruby Dee's one-woman show, and it was, and I told her how long. She said, wait, stop right there. Who's going to tell Ruby Dee her play is too long? As a result, I got it.
Yes.
And now my play is about an hour and a half long.
Fantastic. Can you tell the audience once again where it's going to be premiered and how they can come
It's
see it?
going to be in Oakland, California, at the AME Brookins Church on 73rd Avenue.
And that particular date?
May the 19th.
Okay, that's fantastic. Now, while we have you here, we're going to ask, we're going to go back to Jalil here. And then, how you doing, brother?
Excellent,
Thank
brother.
you so much for sharing. We're going to come. We're not going to let you escape without doing little questions and presentation. Yes, can you tell us, most people come on the show and we ask this very important question. Because people are hurting out there unnecessarily. And they think, unnecessarily, I should say, they think happiness is money, and they think other people makes them happy, of course. So one of the requirements or requests from the guests for you can tell us, in your opinion, what happiness means to you and what makes you happy.
Wow, happiness. That's that one thing, that one connection that only I make with myself in a unique way in how I express it. Mm-hmm. For me, what makes me happy, what gives me joy, gives me bliss and a sense of euphoria is when I'm with a person and we're learning or I'm teaching something to them. Maybe something I already know and just helping them to improve just a little bit. For example, I learned how to use chopsticks many years ago.
I love chopsticks, that's all I use them. And the reason for that, because I don't want to eat too much, of course. I can't do it with chopsticks, Go ahead, I mean to interrupt you there.
Yeah, my cousin and I were at the mall.
Yes.
And we stopped to get a bite to eat.
Yeah.
And she'd been to Asia many times. I was surprised she didn't know how to use chopsticks. So I'm eating my chopsticks. And I said, oh, you can do it. It's simple. So I got her a pair, put it in her hand. I showed her how to move the top one. She said, oh, that was easy. I just got a sense of joy from showing her how to do something that probably looked a little difficult, but was very, very easy.
Yeah, they say if you aim at nothing, you hit it every time. But that was working. Yeah, chopsticks is... I found that I lost weight using chopsticks. It was a great thing, and I don't use nothing else but chopsticks. Can't wait to come to dinner. Yeah, so tell me, how, my thing, I don't like to give my opinion on the show, but happiness, I know a lot of people have gotten a lot of money. They don't seem to be happy. And they go to other people for happiness and get married and so forth, but they not end up being happy. So in your opinion, what could you possibly advise someone, or not advise, but someone who's trying to be happy, what would you say to them to help them really find it or in the proper direction where they can get happiness?
Yes. Each person is uniquely different.
Yes.
And I think overall, most people have degrees or dimensions or dynamics of happiness.
Yeah.
Having a good, positive relationship with yourself,
Yes.
and then with the people in your outer world.
Yes.
That's a portion of it. Also, having a certain level of health.
Yes.
Good quality health,
Yeah.
being able to exercise and breathe, and being able to digest your food, be able to taste your food, be
Yes.
able to smell and breathe and see bright colors and hear the birds singing. That's a level of health. And then also having a level of material prosperity so that we can do things and materially to be able to travel, to walk, maybe to buy certain books, to go to certain events, or maybe host or prepare meals, or maybe start a business or expand on it. I think all those three elements.
A bit of
do
a
something.
balance, pretty much.
Yes, a balance.
Yeah,
Yes,
interesting.
yes,
Interesting.
yes.
Happiness is really a balance, basically. And it's just, from hearing you, it sounds like it's an internal job instead of an external job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I find myself, and I gotta put my opinion on. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta put my 2 cents in there. But happiness, I find the best way to be happy is to make someone else happy, and I see that how I feel. You know,
Yes.
and you increased it. What I thought was happiness is to just balance it all. You know, I was feeling good making other people happy, but I gotta eat better and, use more chopsticks and more food and different things like that and read a little lot. That's very, very good. I never thought of it that way. Torrie, that same little question there. Can I tell you, or ask you, of course, what does it
Yes.
mean to be happy?
Yes.
And thank you very much.
I've thought a lot about happiness, and it has come down to this. When one uncovers the work he or she is supposed to be doing in life, and when one goes about doing that work, to the extent you know and do your work, you're happy.
Interesting.
That's my take on happiness.
Interesting.
Yes, and it encompasses everything. The basis of it is, first of all, knowing your purpose. And I update my purpose from time to time. And when you know your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing on the planet, then you can be consistent in being happy, because anything that is not in harmony with your purpose, you say no to that. It makes life easier.
Interesting.
Just say no to that.
Just say no. It's
So-
okay to say no.
It's okay to say no to that. If it's consistent and harmonized with who you are, with your purpose on the planet, then you say yes to that.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Be happy. Why not just be happy? Don't stop. Sorry, I was wondering, how can someone find their purpose who don't really know their purpose, who that really wants to tune into their purpose? How could they find it?
Well, you start with what you have. And what you have is the potential for knowing everything there is to know on the planet. Babies are born knowing it all. They soon have to lose that, because different cultures have different ways of raising and teaching them. But we still have the potential to know all there is to know in the universe. So just holding that thought that you have the potential to know everything there is to be known. And if you get yourself balanced,
Yes.
clear,
Yes.
you're eating right,
Yes.
you're thinking right,
Yes.
you're doing good by people,
Right.
you see, you're helping lift people up, you're saying it, you said it, when I do for others, I'm happy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Then and then I go into meditation. Daily I go into meditation.
Yeah, that's-
And when you go to that place
Yes.
with that thought, holding that thought,
Yes.
you will get what you need to know what your purpose is.
So let me ask you a question. Jaleel was speaking also, and I hear you speaking. And so part of the balance is actually reading yourself, going inside. You speak of meditation, reading yourself as well as
Going
all the other
within.
things you read, and listening to
Absolutely.
your, I'd say a lot of times doing your culture, and your culture is really doing you. You know,
Yes.
so many people want to say, am I doing the right things by the way of everybody else? And happiness is finding that peace within yourself, basically.
Yes.
That peace that brings you peace, which
Yes.
brings you happiness. Interesting indeed. Well, I think any more things. So, as I was asking Jaleel there, what can we do, basically, to help someone that is anything you can say in addition to that?
Well, more than what we can do, I would say is what we can be.
Interesting.
And to me, I am an example. I come into the presence of others showing myself rather than saying what to do, what to be.
Yes.
It is my answer.
Yes.
And people will get it.
Yes.
They will get it because we are going to that energy light level, you see.
Yeah.
And that's where we really are. Spiritually speaking,
Yes.
that's really who we are.
Oh, yes.
And so people have such different places they're coming from in terms of their culture
Yes.
until it's hard to say what to do,
Yes.
but how to be.
Yes.
Just be,
Just be.
and they'll get it.
Even twins are not alike.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
interesting indeed. Well, that's a very, very good answer. I mean, it's lightening up my consciousness and making me more conscious of my consciousness.
I'm coming from a background of being a counselor. As an educator for 34 years, I was a high school counselor for a quarter of a century.
Oh, interesting. While you were on that page, I'm speaking of another page in your life. Very interesting life indeed. You say you were in the military. You helped people. Are you working on an adventure or new things to create certain things to bring people together?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
elaborate on that, please?
Well, first of all, I went into the military to serve my country.
Of course.
First and foremost,
Yes.
in the military, I found a whole new career.
Mm-hmm.
And that career was in the medical field.
Interesting.
I became a medical specialist.
Hmm.
From that, I came out of the military and challenged the state board in Sacramento.
Yes, yes.
Got my LVN's license.
Mm.
No, I liked medicine, but also liked education.
Yes.
So went on to college and became an educator and wove those two things together.
Yeah.
And it has just expanded and enhanced my life to a point you can't believe. And I teach the young people how you can have concurrently two careers together.
Yes.
I was able to complete my education career together with my military career.
Interesting.
All at one and the same time.
Oh, yes.
And come away with both of those things.
Well, it sounds like you was self-motivated to increase your spiritual development.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and speaking of spiritual development, I overheard of a conversation and involvement when talking to the best friend here, Jalil. Jalil, you're going to go through something in the next 3 days, a spiritual development course. Can you
I
elaborate on that, please?
am.
Can you?
I will be going through the Light course over at the Light Center here in San Francisco, starting on Friday, and I can't wait.
Oh.
Jalil introduced me to the Light Center in Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
Brought me in, gave me light treatment,
Right.
and the people there,
Right.
I just made a commitment that I am through with being just cultural.
Yes, yes.
I am through with being just one race.
Yes, yes.
I'm through with being just nationality. I'm ready to be a universal person.
Fantastic.
And that's what I'm finding at this center.
Ooh,
and so I
this will
can't
be a
wait.
chill. Yes.
I can't wait to be one.
Oh, my God. Be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop. And Jalil, excuse me for Jalil. Can you tell us about what he's saying and talk? Can you elaborate on that? Because I'm excited already myself again.
Wow.
It's a 3-day course.
Yes, yes. And in that 3-day course, we sit in front of this very special, in this very special place,
Yes.
and we feel this energy, which allows us to purify and
Yes.
elevate so that we can be more happy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's part of the teaching. Is it religion or is it certain religion or?
No.
There's a lot of people are skeptical going there, and they, even though you want to go there, talked out of it by someone else, saying, "Well, I have my own spiritual studies and stuff like that." Why would you recommend it to someone who are skeptical for being there or change their mind because they think I already have something that I'm safe on right now? How would you explain or persuade them that this would be perhaps on time and streamlined for their particular request in their relationship with the divine?
Oh, I love it because it is a technique by which you can be more of whatever your religion is. If you're a Buddhist, or if you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, if you're a Hebrew, or maybe whatever other religion, those are just the Judaic ones. Through this
How about Kemet?
practice,
People talk about Kemet.
Oh my goodness!
Tell me
wow,
about Kemet. Talk about that a little bit, please, can you?
This is that element that will allow a person who is into Kemetic studies to actually be able to demonstrate those universal principles of Kemet.
So it will enlighten you wherever you're at and whatever you study. Religion, your decision, spirituality would just be God's reality at large.
Yes.
Ancient as it is.
Yes.
Yes. So it helps every study. So it would be to the advantage to be open mind, you would say?
Absolutely.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, very open. Well, I'll say this. I was familiar with a technique called gerotonics, which is a device that you get in for athletes, and it turns you all these different ways.
Yes, yes.
Now, this gerotonic device tones your body in such a way,
Yes,
so if you're a tennis player, a football player,
Yes.
a baseball player,
Yes.
it allows you to be better at your sport. So the light practice helps you to be better at whatever your particular religious practice is.
Yeah. In other words, this is a personal relationship. No one tells you how to do anything like that, but with this knowledge, you know how to seek it within yourself.
Absolutely.
Interesting,
yeah.
and not be persuaded by anyone else.
No.
In a personal relationship with the divine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? We have two very special guests telling you how you can be your best. Yes, so give us a call to 415-573-5549 and be on time. We have Jalil and Torrie, and they have special things. And they had a wonderful opportunity to be on our special show today. And now, remember, the best thing in life is knowing what the best thing in life is about you. Because each one of you are born to be great. It's to your advantage to be open. Fear itself is F-E-A-R, false evidence appear being real. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, the best way to be happy is to make someone else happy. And see how you will feel. Reach out, touch someone. Spiritually develop yourself and elevate the highest part of being you and the best of you. Not second best, forget about the rest. Do you until you're through. You'll find out you just began. And it won't be the end. Sorry, that's it. I quit. I got to go, you know. That's all, y'all. Thank you very much for being on this show. And I want you to come back again. And can you do too, my queen?
Yes,
Yes.
I would be happy to come
Yes,
back.
yeah. And we're going to come and see your show. Tell the audience again how we can come and see you again.
Yes,
And, for those
on
who
the 19th of May. Please do come. This is a benefit for a church in Oakland. It's the Brooklyn AME Church on 73rd Avenue in Oakland, California.
Thank you very much, and I wish you congratulations on your spiritual course. It's coming up. What the dates is that? 24th, 25th, 26th?
24, 25, and 26.
Wow.
I am going to be introduced to God's light.
Wow, fantastic. Now, when you were a captain and you retired from captain of the Army, it made you very humble. You think this would be right on time for you?
Well, yes, captain is always a captain. I go put on my uniform now. When I go to the military base, they still salute Captain Nunnally.
Right.
When I go through the booth or wherever. So, yes, when I put on that uniform, and that's part of the show, I'm doing a whole 1/3 of the show, actually, talking about the military.
Fantastic. We thank you both for being on this show, and you come back again here now. And congratulations on your light, and keep shining whatever you do.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being on the Happy Show, and give us a call to 415-573-5549. May be on time. You can tell us what it means to be happy or what happiness means to you. That's it. I quit. I got to go. You know, that's all, y'all. See ya. Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop. Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop.